All right. Sorry for being late, everyone, but I am back and we are here for another installment of The Sims 4 Survivor Oasis. This, of course, is the voice of Hot Dogs, and it is actually rounding up to be about day 25 here at the Sandstone Tribe, and everyone is getting back from their immunity challenge. Now, in the last episode, just to give you a little recap, I know it's been a couple days, we had an individual immunity competition where our boy Fabio won individual immunity. It's actually the first individual immunity since the merge to be won from someone else besides Vesepia. This is the first time Vesepia has lost one in 2 weeks in a row now. She won, and Fabio broke her record and won it instead, so he is safe. And immediately, just when he was feeling lucky and he goes to collect some honey, he is unfortunately attacked by the bees. They've all been kind of neglecting the bees, and they're not too happy when you try to collect their honey when you haven't been bonding with them or fixing their mites or anything like that. So he immediately does try to bond with them, and it seems to be going pretty well. We have Rich in the background doing his wood. Ooh, that sounded dirty. And Bella painting. And they don't even bat an eye when he gets attacked by bees for the second time. Fabio. Poor Fabio. But thankfully he will be safe tonight at Tribal Council. And so he doesn't really focus on talking to anyone or really needing to recover. Instead, he just goes and actually works on doing some flower. What is this called? What is that called when you do like floral design? I have no clue, but he's putting together some flowers, and I actually have that there mainly for decoration. I did kind of put it there to see if any of them used it, and none of them ever have. So he's the first one to actually use that skill. I think he's like worked on all the other ones. I think Bella is actually the first one to use this easel as well. There is stuff lying around that they just tend to easily ignore, and they go straight to things that they had at previous camps. So they'll go straight to the woodworking table or straight to the gym. A lot of them don't really branch out into other skill points, which we'll see how that plays out in the end. It looks like Bella actually finished her painting, and it looks a bit like her, like a moody self-portrait. I wonder what's going on in her brain. That makes me want to like psychoanalyze her, even though I'm not qualified. We see that Rich is of course doing his usual chicken dance. I didn't even see him slip this time. He just got into a silly mood, I guess. And I think Nina actually just finished up working out. So now she's just kind of basking in the sunlight. And all of them seem to be in a rather good mood. They're all pretty much hanging out together, apart from Brian, who is actually fishing in the front yard. And this is kind of his favorite spot, I feel like, in the campsite is this pond right here where he's able to fish. And his skill point is slowly rising. I think out of everyone, he might have the highest potentially, but I'm not too sure on that.
Gibbs.
Wabarani Zimze.
Zomas. Boyo Shuna. Need. Ferne Globy.
So as you can see, we have Nina and Fabio kind of having a little bit of a chat. Fabio seems to be a little bit sad. I mean, he's kind of feeling every sort of emotion, going from the high of winning individual immunity to going to the low of coming back and being attacked by bees twice. So she was trying to cheer him up a little bit. I don't know how successful that was. And it looks as though Bella and Tina were having a little bit of talk there in the background. One thing that for sure makes Fabio feel better is playing with that wood. He loves doing that. Everyone else is slowly gathering upstairs. We see that Vesepia is actually treating herself with a face mask and a little bit of hookah, and Rich has come to join her, and they're both just trying to ignore the rats that are crawling by their feet by smoking. I don't even know what flavor they have. I'm not too sure. Write below in the comments what flavor you think the survivors would smoke. Desperation and hunger, if that was a flavor, is what I would guess. Eventually, though, everyone is still trying to like argue for the bathroom. We have like Bella going in there, Rich going in there, Tina trying to get in there. Thankfully though, with Rich and Bella being a romantic interest, they're able to actually use the bathroom at the same time, unlike anyone else. So when they have to go at the same time, it ends up working out, thankfully. I kind of wish everyone was romantic in that sense, just so they could all use the bathroom. Or maybe I should have designed it better, but I like their struggle. I like how much they have to pee their pants. We see that Tina eventually joined Vesepia with the hookah, and when Bella actually gets downstairs, she picks up a hidden immunity idol that was sitting on the table. And before I could even focus on her doing that, we have Brian getting attacked by bugs. I don't even know if it was bees. I think it was just bugs. Who knows? There's so many insects and things that attack these guys outside. I would say I would try to stay inside, but they still get attacked in there too, so there's nowhere for them to really hide. But anyway, back to this hidden immunity idol that Bella has found. She picked it up on the table, and it seems that Vesepia is into the idea of her having it. She kind of cheers her on and congratulates her for finding it. I have no clues who this previously was. I saw that Brian was the last one to walk away, so maybe it was his. I'm not too sure. They're so hard to keep track of. We have Rich in the kitchen enjoying his little snack of applesauce, and Fabio hopping from skill to skill, going from working on flowers to woodworking it now to in the gym. I definitely need to check out his skill point. I don't know if I still am able to, but I didn't get it on camera before I finished the series, but I'm sure he was racking up the skill points. And I'm amazed. I'm surprised that there's some things he hasn't done, because it seems like he's the one that actually tries to do different actions and a different routine every day. Yeah, Bella has actually ended up putting that hidden immunity idol into her inventory, and she is in possession of it. As a quick reminder, when it comes to the hidden immunity idol, it doesn't matter when you have it. It just matters that you have it at Tribal Council. That made no sense. I guess it doesn't matter when you have it. You have to have it at Tribal Council. When you're at the campsite, it doesn't matter. It can swap from person to person. You can put it down, someone else can pick it up, but if you have it at Tribal Council, you are safe. And also a big thing with tonight's Tribal Council is that it is the last night you are able to use a hidden immunity idol. So if you have one, it must be played tonight. And since there are still a few out there, that does mean that only a select few of castaways will be eligible to be voted out tonight. So the stakes are very high. Having a hidden immunity idol is very crucial. So if Bella does manage to keep this one in her pockets, it could mean that, it could be the difference between her staying and going home tonight. So it all comes down to tonight's Tribal Council. It's a huge one, and I'm really excited for these hidden immunity idols to be out of the game, because those bad boys have been so hard to keep track of. We see that Nina is stripping down and relaxing in the hot springs, trying to get her mind together before Tribal Council, try to get her strategy together, figure out who she's going to vote for, and relax, because I'm sure the tension is building tremendously. We have Bella in the background playing with that hidden immunity idol. She actually has formed a bust of someone. And she is carrying it, and I bet you she's going to place it down somewhere, and someone else is going to pick it up. So again, whoever finds it, it's their lucky day, because tonight is the last night they're able to use it. So I would be on the hunt for a hidden immunity idol and not be stupid like Bella and just play with it and place it wherever she wants. We'll see who has it tonight, that's for sure. Everyone else is kind of getting their food on, trying to get full. It could be their last meal here on the campsite, apart from Fabio, as he is safe. If I was Vesepia, I would be a bit worried. She has won the past 2 immunity competitions, and so for this one to her not win, I think if I was in the game, I would definitely be aiming to get her out, as she is obviously a big competition threat. We see that Brian has found a hidden immunity idol. My guess is that it was either his already, or potentially he had this, put it down, Bella picked it up, put it back down, and he picked it up again. That's kind of what I think is happening, because as I saw him leave the room when Bella found it a little bit ago, so maybe it is in its rightful owner's possession. Maybe he stole it from someone else. I really have no clue. We'll just have to wait and see. I might as well just ignore who has it right now, because it just matters a little bit later on. We see that Fabio is doing just that. He walks right past Brian playing with his hidden immunity idol and actually strips down and joins Nina in the hot springs. They're kind of having a little bit of a romantic, stress-free moment together in the filthy, dirty, algae-filled hot springs. Sounds fun. I mean, for a survivor, I think it's an ideal way to spend your time before going to tribal council. And I really do like the two of them. Fabio is kind of the bad boy, and he's obviously playing hard to get with her, and I'm not a fan of that, but I do like the two of them together. As we know, Nina Caliente is a bad girl herself, so they kind of deserve each other, and I love that they're flirting naked in here. Meanwhile, Bella and Brian are just creepily watching, like hovering above their behind their shoulder, just watching the whole thing take place and commenting about it. It's very creepy, very weird. It eventually does scare off Nina, and Nina just gets out as things seem to have gotten a bit awkward. I don't think I could flirt naked with someone while people watched me. I don't know. Plus, you know, the nation, as you watch here on Survivor. And I gotta say, like, with all the lags and everything, how shitty the gameplay is in The Sims 4, it is so beautiful. I love the look of the moon. I love how the whole vibe of the campsite changes as night rolls in and everyone gets ready to head over to Tribal Council. We see that Fabio has actually picked up an idol, or maybe that was in his butt. I'm not too sure where he pulled that out of, but hopefully he has that in his possession as we head on over to Tribal Council and see who is heading home. Who do you guys think it's going to be? Are you guys rooting for anyone in particular? Let me know down below who you want to see make it to the end. After today, we only have 4 episodes left. I'm not too sure how the scheduling of them is necessarily going to be, but things are about to get crazy, as in every single episode, someone is going home. We're going to have a tribal council every single episode from here on out. So this is just the start of a huge apocalyptic ending to this series. So I can't wait to start this. Let's see who gets that dirty hunk of metallic snowball. Well, I don't know where I was going with that. I wanted to say, like, who gets the snowball rolling, but snowball isn't very apocalyptic. I don't know what apocalyptic snowball would be. I'm not sure. But we are here at Tribal Council, and like I said earlier, everyone who has a hidden immunity idol must use it tonight. It is the last time they are able to be used, and there is a few of them out there. So what I'm going to need everyone to do who has one is to stand up, line up, and give Jeff your hidden immunity idol, and you will be safe tonight and will not be eligible to receive any votes. Alright, so quite a group of people have stood up and are lining up to Jeff to give him their hidden immunity idols. First up, we have Fabio. As we can see, he does indeed have a large piece of clay and is therefore safe from tonight's vote and will not be going home. He already had individual immunity as well. However, he is just not able to really have this idol in his possession. So he is having to get rid of it anyway. And then we have Richard, who had won his idol in the Winterfest luxury reward that he had won earlier on in the game. And it is his last night to use this as well. So he is having to go ahead and use that, meaning that Richard is safe from tonight's vote. And then we have Tina. Tina actually had possession of a hidden immunity idol. This one she found herself and is actually hers. And she is going to be using that. And Tina will be safe from tonight's vote and will not be going home. And then, you know, we had seen that Bella had the idol. She was playing with it openly. at some point in time, she put it down. And then I thought maybe Brian picked it up. We saw he had it. But he didn't have one in his possession. Surprisingly, Nina actually had the hidden immunity idol. I don't know if she got it before she was hanging out in the hot springs, after. I'm not too sure what's going on there. None of them had it in their possessions apart from Nina. So therefore, Nina, Tina, Rich, and Fabio are all safe from tribal council tonight and cannot receive any votes. However, that only leaves 2 people left that can receive votes, and that is, of course, Brian and Bella. So since everyone else had a hidden immunity idol, it is only the 2 of you that are eligible. So now everyone else will vote one at a time, and one of them will be going home. So let's see where Richard votes, even though I think we both kind of already know.
Oh, Repsig! Sub, Enkel Mifwa, Beckenoishun, Hemka Harp Dolphus, Sabomanukum, Biwa.
And of course, Richard votes for Brian. He's been romantic with Bella this whole time. It only makes sense. So that is 1 vote for Brian to leave. Up next, we have Tina. Let's see where she votes.
Gorba. Viva Desu, Stibu Plebo, Nisa Faba, Dumbila, Muchi Pichi.
All right, and Tina has voted for Brian as well, so that is 2 votes for Brian. Up next, we have Vesepia. Let's see where she votes.
Hey. Shibi, Jabina, Loonies, Gelsey, Nepa, Quanky.
Alright, and Vesepia has voted Brian, meaning Brian has the majority and will be going home tonight. However, we still have 2 votes left, so let's see where Nina's vote lies.
Baya Chupa. Polomide Ebao. Shorg. Thenica Fenabe. Hisbalep Grania.
Alright, and in the 4th vote in a row, Nina has voted for Brian, meaning we only have 1 vote left, and that is from Fabio. Let's go ahead and see where his vote is, even though we know who's going home.
Nar Vadish.
Alright, and Fabio completely sealed the deal. Wasn't even a courtesy vote from anyone at all. It was a completely unanimous decision between the 2 of them. And sadly, with a 5-0 vote, Fabio is eliminated and will be leaving the tribe. What do you guys think about Brian going home? I'm personally not too surprised. The thing I am mainly surprised about was that he had an idol. He was in possession of one just a few minutes before coming to tribal council. How Nina got in possession of it instead of him, what the switch around with that, the thought process of that was, maybe he gave it to her. I really have no clue how that happened. But that's what I'm more blown blown away by. I'm not too surprised that everyone voted him out. He is argumentative. He has tried to steal and fight with multiple people that are still in the game, including Vesepia and Fabio. And not to mention, he was in Oasis for multiple weeks and not able to bond and get as close to everyone else as all the other people have. All of them have been together for so long, and he was gone for like 3-4 weeks. So I'm not too surprised to see him go, but he was very entertaining and he will be missed. But he is out of here, and we have plenty more people hitting the road as well. So, like I said earlier, we only have 4 episodes remaining in this season, and we are going to be crowning our winner, which I cannot believe. I have been a little bit busy, but a little bit more free recently as well. However, I did get a little injured. Not too serious, nothing to worry about or anything at all, but that did make this video come out a little bit later than I intended. I think coming up, I will have hopefully 2 more videos this week and then 2 more videos next week, and the series will be over. I can't believe that. What do you guys think about Brian going home? Who are you rooting for? Who do you want to see when? Okay, so this is what's going to happen. In the next episode, they will have another individual immunity competition, and then they will also have a tribal council all in one episode, and that's how all the episodes are going to be from here on out until we have our finale big final vote. So it's all heating up. It's all getting super excited. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter to get all the latest updates on when everything will be uploaded. Subscribe to me on there. Subscribe on here. Like, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for your patience. I love all my beanie weenies. Bye.